Hello, welcome to a tour of one of my builds. So this is one of my first mansion build. This took a long time. This is the entrance, like it's all fenced off and stuff. This is the main fountain, with lava, and a bench. Nice. This is the main entrance. Here we are, inside the main room. There's some nice little windows outside. If you go down here, there's the stable with the horses, the hay, and some storage. There's nothing in the storage, I didn't bother to put anything in there. Bunch of mobs here, which is why I've got this bloody sword. I don't really want to deactivate the mobs in case I want to use them in the build, but basically, yeah. And also I have a sword because you can't actually break blocks with it, which is very good for me. This is the ender chest storage room, like hell's version of like an IKEA storage place. Don't ask why the llamas are in here, I don't know. This was originally meant to be like a secret if I ever released a world download of this, but I'm not gonna do that. Reddit room. Do not enter. Yeah, we don't go into the Reddit room. Here we are back at the entrance again. Now this is the dungeon. I'm not gonna lock myself in here. There's no levers to these doors because it's not like you're gonna be letting them out anytime soon. So now we're back up here. Pissed off creeper. And here we have the unholy chapel. This was the closest thing I could find to an upside down cross. Don't worry, I'm not actually one of those like edgy like Satan worship type people who like have pentagrams everywhere. It's just that this is based off of like the Nether, and the Nether is based off of hell, so it sort of fits. Bruh. Now, these rooms, I'll show you what they are later, but you can't go inside them. For very good reason. Here we have the main office, the head of the place, with his drawers and his nice like desk and throne type thing. Nice chandelier, all that good stuff. Here you have a little cafeteria with this little devil face on it. I like it. Pretty cool. Just gonna quickly add a button to this. So you know, kitchen, where you do your kitchen things. Once again, nice view. I'll show that build off later, by the way, when I finish it. There's some windows with some nice plants outside. That's the back entrance to the cafeteria kitchen. That's the stairway to the dungeon from before. Oh yeah, this bit is just going to be like covered in fences. I've got no more plans to do any other stuff with this. This is the old storage room with all of its cobwebs that have been used in many years. Well, I like this like stairwell design that I had going here. Like, you go up this main one, and there's more stairs either side. I think it was a cool idea. And here we have a nice stairwell up to the riches storage. You know, they got their gold and their emerald and their diamond. So now we go up these stairs. And here's some nice bedrooms. This is where the smithing table is for the netherite. I quite like this bunk bed with the chest design. Cartographer's table there. Once again, just a nice house, like apartment type thing. Now this is a much more expensive diner. It's much more for like the richer people who come here. You know, it's much more specialized in designer. Yeah, this is where all of like the rich people go for their food. And like those plebeians in the regular cafeteria. That did not sound like a natural laugh at all. Ignore that. This one, these are the much smaller rooms, you know. They're like dorms. But I've never actually seen a dorm. I don't even know if we have them in Britain. Probably do. You know, here's the epic game setup. Bunk bed, oven. This is nice. This is like a nice relaxing area. You can stare at the feet of the giant statue, I guess, if that's your thing. Oh, here are these rooms over here. These are basically like the stairwells up. I quite like this window design. It's basically the exact same on the other side, just with like a different room design. Once again, window to the big Tardis. Out of my way. There's a way onto the roof if you ever need to go onto the roof for whatever reason. I don't exactly know what these rooms would be for here, but it's the same on the other side. It's another upside down cross type window. I go up this weirdly designed staircase. Don't know why I made it like this. You know, some bigger windows. And here's the main watchtower, off now. That. And here is like basically the attic of the entire building. Like the old stuff is kept here. Old books, enchantment books, other stuff, but I never actually ended up adding any of them in. There's a nicer view of the little TARDIS. Well, it's actually not little, it's big. Bigger on the outside, ironically. Now for one of the main things about this build. Do you remember those rooms that you couldn't get in? Allow me to show you what they hold. Ah, it's an eyeball. On the other side, there's an eyeball. Then you go out, and then oh crap, the entire house is like a monster. Ooh, very cool. There's still drinking left in this. Yeah, this was very much designed, like inspired by Monster House a bit. If anyone remembers that movie, I know I do. It got added onto Netflix. Then we get set the weather. So yeah, this is the sort of monster house thing. Look at this big ass shark thing. It's based off of the SCP Aquatic Horror. I'll give you a quick explanation of SCP Aquatic Horror. I can't remember the number of it. I'm a pretty big SCP fan. Basically, it's this big ass monster in the ocean. But like, basically what happens is the researchers, they tell the D class a description of what the monster looks like. And then they become deathly afraid of water, like just any of it, like water corpse, rain, like pools, and then they aren't irrationally like fearing it, because if they get submersed like fully underwater, they get transported into this weird ocean, and at first it's like all calm, but the big monster's there with them, and then they get chased down. If they manage to make it to the top of the water again, they survive. Then they reappear in whatever body of water that they got submersed in. And if they are being researched on, they can be given amnestics, so they can forget the description of the monster, and then they can go on with their lives again. This is like one of the very few monsters that you can like forget to survive. Like, you have to forget it to survive it. Eventually they found out that the spot with the big monster wasn't this like alternate dimension or like pocket dimension or anything. It was actually a real place in the oceans that they were being transported to. Entire place got quarantined. So this was an experiment with this dude. He got dunked in with his submarine, and basically now he's being chased around by it. Well, no, he's being chased, but he doesn't know that. He's singing there, nice and calm. That's some perfect time lightning, by the way. There's the SCP logo. There's this little fin, well, big fin poking out the water. Please public call box, Doctor Who, yeah. Feels good to be back in the Tardis again. I'm sick of this damn place. I'm gonna go save the universe or whatever.